Hi, this is Enunciate Academy. Now I am explaining about a special story about Mahatma Gandhi. If you like these videos, please subscribe our channel. Please share this video to your friends. Click on bell icon for more updates. Gandhism is a body of ideas that describes the inspiration, vision and the life work of Mohandas Gandhi. It is particularly associated with his contributions to the idea of non-violent resistance, sometimes also called civil resistance. The two pillars of Gandhism are truth and non-violence. 100 years ago Gandhi became the first person of color to practice law in Johannesburg. Gandhi's offices and the old courts are long gone. But here too, Gandhi paved the way for others. Mahatma Gandhi is one of the greatest people among the few in the world. Mahatma Gandhi, born on 2nd of October 1869 at Porabandar of Gujarat state. His full name is Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. After graduating in law, Gandhi travelled to South Africa in 1895 after graduating in law. This is a key to his life and the turning point, and some of the events he encountered in the country, gave complete confidence in Satyagraha. Also in Johannesburg is South Africa's new Constitution Court. This has been built on the site of the old native prison, where Gandhi and Mandela were both imprisoned at different times. It was in 1906 that the Asiatic Law Amendment Ordinance was passed in the province of Transvaal. Gandhi spoke to the protesters, with the theme of violence begets violence. Protesters then marched through Johannesburg. They were arrested and thrown into prison at this very native jail. It was a place where Gandhiji was sentenced to spend time on 4 different occasions. And prison number 4 is where, to this day, a portrait of the young Gandhi stands testament to the Mahatma's incarceration. He wiped out the hardships common in South Africa and caused a stir in the hearts of the British. Returned to India on January 8, 1915 and shocked to see people suffering of the British. He continued his fight, recognizing that his struggle had not yet stopped, only the area and the people had changed, and that the enemy would again. Introducing of Satyagraha in India has spawned many movements which were organized by Gandhiji as the Non-Cooperation Movement, 1920-22, Dandi Satyagraha, 1930-34, and Quit India, 1942. After that We Have Freedom has brought it. Gandhi described his experiences as my experiment with truth, and Gandhi has become an ideal figure for the world. Gandhi's theory describes the transformation of the soul. Everyone must live by the truth and non-violence. That is why sacrifice and selfless living should be practiced. Satyagraha in the doctrine which prophesied by Gandhiji. Everybody should apply the principles of Gandhiji in their lives and develop the self-confidence to face problems with honesty and courage. He alone could make a country independent through non-violence. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi was an Indian lawyer and born and raised in a Hindu family in coastal Gujarat, Western India, and trained in law at Inner Temple, London, the civil rights of resident Indian communities. When Gandhi began his public life in the last decade of the 19th century in South Africa, the biggest evil of the time was colonialism and its many manifestations. It is natural, hence, that his response was directed towards the dismantling of colonialism. In 1915, he set about prohibiting excessive land tax and discrimination against organizing peasants, farmers, and urban laborers. The Swaraj or self-rule of assisting leadership in the Indian National Congress of 1921, Gandhi led nationwide campaigns for various social causes and achievements. The 400-kilometre, 250 miles, Dandi Salt with the British imposed salt tax in Gandhi led Indians to call in March 1930 and later in the British to quit India in 1942. Gandhi's birthday, the 2nd of October, is commemorated in India as Gandhi Jayanti, a national holiday, and the International Day of Non-Violence worldwide. Gandhi is, however, not formally considered the father of the nation. Gandhi is also called Bapu. The life history of Mahatma Gandhi is unique in political history. He invented an entirely new and humane way of fighting the liberation of the oppressed nation and practiced it with great power and devotion. His moral impact on the consciously thinking human being of the entire civilized world is probably much longer than it seems in our time, with the excesses of brutal violent forces being overestimated. Only the work of such statesmen who awaken and strengthen the moral power of their people through educational work is perpetual. We can all be happy and grateful that fate is such an enlightened contemporary, a role model for generations to come. When soul force was pitted against guns and deceit, it was soul force which triumphed and not the gun. Freedom fighters all over the world used the Gandhian strategies in varying degrees with convincing success. In various parts of the world, non-violent resistance is being used to end oppression, injustice and the denial of basic human rights. Gandhiji, sincerely convinced that he introduced the new idea of humanity as a means of transforming the truth into something stronger and stronger. The Satyagraha leader's path to the free practice of race is a bloody revolution. At a time when the country's independence struggle was violent, the great leader of South Africa won and led the non-violent movement against cultural abuse. They realized that Satyagraha is the right tool for the support of the masses. In 1915, he returned to the country and filled the movement Congress against colonists. The first Satyagraha movement was held in 1917 in Champaran, Bihar. This was the first time the results of the non-violence movement were made public. After that, the Maulana brothers Shaukat and Muhammad Ali led the Caliphate movement to mobilize a large number of Muslims. Gujarat Vidyapith University has been converted into a training center for Gandhiji Satyagraha, which was established in 1920. He emphasized the fact that the two conflicting ideologies of communism and capitalism were spreading across the globe. They have become the compass for millions to be freed from slavery. He challenged Sanskrit scholars to say where the untouchability was in the Vedas and ancient texts. The Mahatma has said many times that he will be born as a girl in the house of a Harijana who has another birth. He believes that it is worse to treat cow slaughter workers and sanitation workers as untouchables. He encouraged interfaith marriages to eliminate untouchability. Harijan, Harijan Bandhu and Harijan Shavak have been named as the leading magazines of his time in English, Hindi and Gujarati. Upon his return from prison, he made a pilgrimage to the country from 1933 onwards. He believed that this was the only effective way to stir the hearts of the opposing people. He asserted that the policies he outlined in the Nonviolent Combatant Program were not final, and that they could be modified over time. Under the leadership of Gandhiji, the people were accustomed to discipline due to strict rules of struggle. Champaran movement against forced agriculture in Kerala. Vanko Satyagraham has opened the temple doors for Dalits. The Badali movement was abolished. Those movements that have solved regional problems have given way to the ultimate goal of the independence movement. Ethics, morality, spirituality, religion and the arts, are all secondary. In intent and ferocity, neocolonialism appears to be more dangerous than its father, colonialism. The only difference between the two is that neocolonialism is more suave, more gently refined and cleverly hides all its teeth and malicious intentions. It is in this context that the impact of the non-violent Satyagraha Gandhi adopted to destroy colonialism becomes relevant. At one stroke, Gandhi demolished the myth of invincibility, though the significance of the Gandhian initiative was not immediately known widely. Let it also be remembered that neither the industrialized West nor the developing world took Gandhi seriously initially, though they were aware of what Gandhi was doing in South Africa and India. The difference in the cultural context in which Gandhi worked and the difficulty of many to look beyond their noses prevented the international community from realizing the supreme importance of the Gandhian strategy. Thanks for watching this video. If you like these video, please subscribe our channel. Please share this video to your friends. Click on bell icon for more updates.